Well, you all keep sending us the greatest pictures of people spreading smiles right here in the Tennessee Valley. So this picture is triple the joy. Christine Hartzell says her cow gave birth to triplet heifers, which is very rare, by the way, and very cute. Sandy sent us a photo of her granddaughter, who is new driver, Sadie Grace, behind the wheel there. And Joanna sent us a photo over the weekend of friends enjoying a hike up at Montesano. Be sure to text us your pictures of people spreading joy so we can put them on air and online. Send them to 256-382-2692. Again, that's 256-382-2692. And remember to keep spreading smiles.